locked and loaded, tuning in to another installment. And I say installment and not episode today because this is really not considered an episode. This is more like a talks with Javi. We're gonna just call it talks with Javi. It's a nice little chat that I like to have with my audience. This is kind of something new. Obviously, for those who are tuning in on YouTube, you're gonna see a little bit of a different scenic aesthetic look to the episode because it's obviously not at the normal facility. Shoutouts to Pedro and everyone at PJ's Barbershop. This is just a clip. This was supposed to be my week off, but I couldn't stay away, guys. I wanted to, it just didn't feel right. I just wanted to kind of, be there to have a little chat, discuss a few things that I experienced over the weekend. It was a busy weekend. We're coming off a busy weekend. I'm sure as everyone here, especially in the United States, being that it was Super Bowl weekend / Valentines weekend for all you lovebirds out there. I hope that you guys had a safe, harmonious, God-driven, love, filled with love weekend of excitement and companionship, love, and all that good stuff with your spouse and or partner. So this is it, guys. This is just a little talk that I wanted to kind of engage with you guys. I hope that you guys can hear me because there's no sound check. This is all raw, spontaneous stuff. I have no cameraman. This is just me in my room using my hoodies as a little backdrop. Shout outs to Seek Jesus, made by Heaven, sweatshirts, hoodies, I should say. If you guys are interested in any of their merch, hoodies, t-shirts, all that good stuff, check them out at Seek Jesus on Instagram and also seekjesus.com online for your online shopping. I do or will have those links in the description of the video if you're tuning in on YouTube. Please subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling right now, but because I haven't even done the intro to this. I don't know if there is one. But yeah, man, I'm just here trying to engage with you guys and encouraging you to continue with the prayer requests. I've gotten, speaking of which, I've gotten so many prayer requests the last week and a half or so, almost 2 weeks now that I've been getting prayer requests from people asking for forgiveness, people asking for guidance, prayer requests for their loved ones who are in financial troubles, prayer requests for their pregnancies to go well. I had a couple of those young ladies that are currently in their journey of what it is pregnancy. So prayers for that, prayers for anxiety. A lot of people dealing with anxiety, and I think I'll touch on that subject today. I'm no expert, but I do have knowledge in that area. I do see a therapist because of that struggle, and I'm pretty well versed with anxiety, and being that I've dealt with it for several years. Where it was once upon a time it was out of control, and it was had a grip on me and on my life. Now I have the power and the strength through Christ Jesus to have a grip on it. I keep it at bay. I really don't suffer too much of anxiety, but as any other person that's had experiences with anxiety, good, bad, or indifferent, you'll have your days. And as long as those days are far in between and you're not getting them so often, you're on the right track. I mean, I used to get anxiety attacks at one time in my life when I was younger, early on my 20s. It seems like every other every other week, and sometimes every other day. I would just have these crazy panic attacks and anxiety attacks, whatever you want to call it. But angst is not a fun thing to deal with. It does take control of your brain waves, your thoughts. It makes you question a lot of things. It puts you in a place and in a space of fear and doubt, and those things are not good. And if you allow it to manifest in your mental, in your emotions, it just leads you to a dark place, where you are literally drowning in your thoughts and in your emotions. So I am very well aware of what it is and what it looks like and what it can do to you, and we'll touch on that in this conversation that we're having tonight. But I hope that everybody had a great Super Bowl weekend. What did you guys think of the halftime performance? If you're at around my age bracket or close to it, and you are not younger than 25, 26, if you're 27 and up, 30 and up, it was a bit nostalgic for us viewers that grew up on that music. Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. They're influential people in the music, and I'm a avid music listener. I love music. I love secular music. I do listen to secular music. It doesn't mean that I've lost my salvation because of it. I use it for entertainment purposes. It's not something that I subscribe to as far as a lifestyle. And we talked about secular music and worship music on this show. So go back to this channel, look for that episode. It's called secular music, I believe, or just look up secular music on my channel, and you'll find that episode. But yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a great game for you football fans and sports jockeys there. It's been a very entertaining football game. Shout outs to the Rams for winning that game. But if we've learned anything, is that the Rams are to stay for sure. But Joe Burrow and that franchise, Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bengals, looks like they're here to stay for a very, very long time. If they can get some help around Joe Burrow, get him some offensive linemen to protect him, give him more time to throw the ball. But that combination of Joe Burrow and Chase is a pretty dangerous one for years to come. But back to the halftime show, and I won't stay too much on it because I'm not on this to talk about the halftime show. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was at a buddy's house. Shouts to Josh. He had a little house get together for the Super Bowl, so he had a little Super Bowl party, and it was fun, man. It was fun. He had the right atmosphere. He has a projector, so he projected it in his backyard. He has a huge patio in the backyard with plenty of space, so it was comfortably seen and very enjoyable. But yeah, it just brought me back to when I was in high school, listening to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Eminem coming out and doing his thing. It definitely brought me back to those high school days. So it was pretty cool. As far as Valentine's Day, I hope that you lovebirds and you couples and you married couples and those who are dating and all those things. I hope that you guys had a safe Valentine's Day with your loved ones, and that you enjoyed each other's company, that you were able to kick back, relax, and put life on pause and just really be intentional and committed to, and engaged as well to whatever you guys did, whether it was a date out in the beach or rose petals in the hotel rooms and getting room service and things of that nature, or taking your wife or significant other to a fancy restaurant, whatever it was, man. I hope that you guys had a great time. and enjoyed the company of your loved one. For myself, hung out with Jasmine all weekend long. Went to Miami to check out a few spots. Um, we checked out this restaurant called Chi. Um, it's like an Asian infused with Peruvian fine dining. It was really good. Recommend it. It's out in Brickell. Um, the ambiance is cool. Great music. They have a live saxophonist there on weekends. It was really fun. Enjoyed every second of it. Um, and the food was great. I would give it a 5 stars. Really, I enjoyed the food. I kind of nibbled at what Jasmine got, and it was great. It was great food. I got the pork belly with jasmine rice and mixed veggies on the side. Jasmine got the some type of fish. I forget what it is. I think it was whitefish of some kind, or swordfish. She got swordfish, lo mein, with bell pepper, mixed veggies, and the whole nine. Presentation was great. Customer service was great. The drinks were very exotic looking. Very, very, very cool experience there. Definitely worth the stay there, and the money that you'll be spending there. Definitely worth it, for the experience, and for the ambiance, and just the quality of food. We also checked out La Industria, bakery and cafe, which is owned by reggaeton artist Nicky Jam. For those who don't know who Nicky Jam is, he's a famous OG at this point, reggaeton artist in the reggaeton trap en español genre. He's done songs with Daddy Yankee, with Tego Calderon. He's done songs with Bad Bunny, Anuel, Osuna. I mean, the list goes on and on. This guy's a legend. So shouts to La Industria Inc., bakery and cafe, and shouts to Nicky Jam. Really, really great bakery. The pancakes are on steroids. I mean, they stack them. Um, Great food, great breakfast. The chicken and waffles with cheese fries. Yes, I said it. Cheese fries, chicken and waffles with cheese fries. It was just excellent food. Only to go on your cheat day, of course, if you're into fitness like I am, or try to be. Definitely go on your cheat day. um, but enough of that. We're gonna start this episode. Not episode. We're just gonna start this new installment of talks with Javi. Talks with Javi. We're gonna call it Talks with Javi. We're gonna talk. We're definitely gonna name this Talks with Javi. Just wanted to have a small little chat with you guys, and kind of speak, since we're coming off Valentine's Day weekend. Your Valentine's was on a Monday, so we're just coming off of that, and we kind of get caught up in the hype, right? We get caught up in the commercialism of what Valentine's looks like for the world, right? We all wanna we live in a capitalist country. If you're living in the United States, and so, being that we're consumeristic and we're in a consumer economy, everything's commercialized, including Christmas and all other major holidays. It just becomes a commercialized thing. And because of that, it creates this culture of consumerism, and this culture that kind of breeds panic. I gotta get I gotta get her or him the next best thing. I gotta do this, and I have to take them here, and we feel the pressure of even getting into a relationship leading into February. So, come November, December, you find yourself still single. You know that January and February is just right around the corner, and it puts pressure on young guys and gals, and even on young adults. It just puts pressure, especially if you find yourself single, and Valentine's is just months away and weeks away, and then when it's days away, you're just over it, and you don't even want to talk about relationships. You don't want to talk about love and what true love looks like, and if true love even exists, how it hurt you, how it traumatized you, how it created scars and triggers. And I say all that because I was that guy when I was in a season of my life of just being single, um, and in seasons of just confusion, doubt, and even promiscuity. Like I was being promiscuous, and that's not a life that I believe God has for anyone. That's not of God. That's not from God. That's literally what you do to yourself. That's self affliction to yourself, to just living out in the world in that area of your life, and being free, a free spirit, not wanting, not want to check in with someone because you're not with anybody, so you don't have to check in with anyone. You're living like this quote unquote free life. I'm an adult. I make my own calls. I get to do whatever I want when I want, with whom I want to do it with. And that's not the attitude that we should have, especially if you call yourself a Christian, or you want to take your faith and your Christianity to the next level, to seriously. If you want to take your faith walk serious, it's something that you have to get in line with, especially when you're single. So I just want to talk to you single folk out there, that are having it pretty rough, and in a place of maybe doubt. I don't know what you're going through. If you are struggling with your singleness, this is for you. I just want to encourage you that, in this season of singleness, in this season of idle time, if you will, in this season of alone time, take this time not to isolate yourself from everyone and anyone, including co-workers, friends, family, and even your church family and extended family. Don't isolate yourself from that, because the enemy would love for you to do that. So it can creep inside of you and prompt you to feed your flesh, to feed into temptations, to feed into all these things that'll just lead you to a destructive path of mayhem and hurt and pain, just to fulfill that void of security, fulfillment, feeling loved, feeling accepted. And those things are rooted from traumas that you probably didn't realize you had, because of things that happened when you were 4, 7, 11, 13 years old. And those things you carry those things with you. And because you carry those scars with you, you don't know how to uproot those things. So they just manifest in there and fester in there. And then you learn these behaviors, from seeing maybe your father or your mother or someone close to you instill those things, whether directly or indirectly, to you. And so the only way that you know how to love is by doing XYZ. XYZ meaning things not of God. So you learn how to love through shouting and screaming and verbally abusing someone, or putting someone down so you can feel up, putting making someone feel low so you can feel high. And you do those things because, or those things were done to you because those are learned behaviors, and those are the language that person only understands how to love is by doing those things. So if you're coming out of a season of singleness, or you're in it currently, I just want to encourage you that it's not the end all be all. If you find yourself as a young adult in your late 20s, in your early 30s, don't lose hope. There's a God that created you. There's a God that wants nothing but the best for you. He wants you to live in abundance for the kingdom. He wants you to live fruitful. He wants you to meet the right person for you, not necessarily what you want or whom you want, but God knows who you need. that partner that partner in Christ, that partner in faith, that will build you to be a better ambassador for Christ. And trust me, by trusting the process, getting into prayer, learning yourself, learn how to cope with things in a godly manner. And Franklin said this in a previous episode: date yourself, take yourself out, love yourself. Self care is a very important thing. Once you start self caring, self loving yourself, um, taking care of yourself, praying for yourself, taking care of your temple by eating proper foods, taking control of your nutrition, taking control of your fitness, getting into the gym, reading books, reading the word. All those things are fruitful things. And people are going to see that. And people of the opposite sex are going to see that, and they're going to be drawn to that. And you just never know. You might just meet that person that has a liking in you because he sees Christ in you, and you'll attract the right person. So just trust the process, trust God first and foremost, and keep on, believing that you being single is not something that you're condemned with. It's not a curse. Um, Believe me, I thought that I was a lost cause. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I wasn't the man worthy of being a leader for my future wife. And I was, dealing with a lot of things internally, and I just kind of let go and let God, as cliche that as it may sound. I just let go, and I just submitted to His calling. I submitted to for His will to be done. And when I least expected it, when I was really not looking for anyone, especially anyone in my church, um, I met her. And I'm happily in a thriving relationship. And she's just been great. It hasn't been easy. It's definitely work, and it's definitely something that you want to stay committed to, and be intentional with. And honestly, my therapist even tells me, in order to thrive in a relationship, you would have to be committed and have the all the intention of getting a PhD or a bachelor's or a master's degree on your person that you're learning. It's more than just this surface level stuff. It's more than just um, what you see in their exterior. It's more than the looks. Yes, of course, we want to date and court someone who we are physically attracted to. Absolutely. I do believe that we should have some physical chemistry there, that you should be physically attracted to that person. Absolutely. Everyone has their own taste in people. Everyone has there is someone for everyone. I do believe that. Um, and just take it one day at a time. Start with yourself. If you find yourself single, pick up a hobby, pick up a book, if you're going to a church, get into a small group. Crews is what they call them nowadays. Get into a crew. Get into, those small groups will definitely equip you and prepare you to what's next in your season of pursuing God, and pursuing a partner, and someone that you can possibly call your spouse. And so I just want to take this time to really encourage you guys to do that, um, and not lose hope, um, um, and be conscious, be mindful of whom you're surrounding yourself with, because it's also who you're surrounding yourself with. If you're not around the right spaces and the right voices, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to be finding yourself looking for love in the wrong places, which essentially will set you up for failure, and will just get you to a place where you are giving up on love. And that's not what God wants for you. God wants you to thrive. He created Adam and Eve for a reason. And so in order for you to thrive, you got to be in the right circles, in the right places, in the right spaces, to listen to the right voices, to get you in position to meet new friends, new acquaintances, and a potential partner that you can court and do life with. So that being said, I just want to give you my love and extend that to whomever's listening and whoever's watching and listening and hearing the sound of my voice. And this is a sign that you are not to give up on yourself, and not to give up on God, and not to give up on love, because God is love. God created you on purpose, with a purpose, and you will find your true love. Love yourself, love God above all, and He'll take care of the rest. I love you guys. I hope you like this short chat, and we'll see you next week for a full on Kingdom Talks episode. So stay tuned next week, Wednesday, every Wednesday, on YouTube and all digital platforms. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Can't wait to share more with you guys. And we'll see you next time. Peace.